This is a click and pawl spey specific reel. It's closed caged, it's heavy. It allows you to balance your rod a little easier than if you were to use a lightweight reel like this. This will work fine, but this is really heavy. So this is my, it's probably really loud. This is my 510 grain shooting head that goes well on my 7-weight Beulah. And behind that shooting head, I have this airflow impact. It's 45-pound. The thinner or the lightweight version of this might cast a little bit better, or lighter weight, but I like the color. And then on top of that, after my running line, my shooting head, I'll add a sink tip. And for tomorrow, we're going to use this 5-to-5 Mo tip with T11 sink. And then I will construct a leader out of this Zentai NOM product, which is a mono fluoro-coated leader. And pound for pound, it's a lot stronger for its diameter if you were to compare it to other fluorocarbons. And it's really supple. This one's really good. So the cast that we're going to do is called the double spey. And doing that cast, you will bring your rod tip nice and slow, completely upstream of you, and then swing low across the surface of the water, keeping your rod nice and parallel. You're going to elevate your rod to about a 45 in the back, and you're going to create what's called a D-loop. And that D-loop out of the water, your rod forming the straight part of the capital D, and the loop of your line creating the curved part. That is what allows you to then roll cast that. If that D-loop collapses and gets on the water a bit, you'll have too much resistance, and your line probably won't be tight, and you won't be able to generate the power that you need to cast. But so there's a little bit of timing, but this is what I would say is the simplest spey casting or technique to use. So again, nice and slow. You're going to sweep, keeping your rod parallel with the surface until the bottom. Then you'll elevate your rod to about a 45. There's a minor hesitation to create that loop, the D loop, and then from there you'll throw your line out. And so one nice thing about the Snap T is that it's just quicker. You'll get more casts in a day if you spend time using the Snap T technique. It takes less time to throw your line up above you and immediately go into your cast than to slowly bring your rod tip upstream of you and perform the double spey. They're both effective though, and they both sometimes have a place where one works and one won't. But luckily on the Kvichak, most of the time you don't have really anything at your back. So you can kind of pick and choose. But that's just quicker. So as soon as I cast that, I'll do an upstream mend. That'll allow my fly to drop a little bit, and it slows the swing down a touch. But then I will immediately follow the line with my rod tip and create a perfectly straight system. And that creates a tight line system that when a fish were to bite your fly, that the hook has a better chance of puncturing and you setting the hook. Whereas if your line was off the center of that line when a fish does bite your fly, your rod is going to get pulled in conjunction with that line, and that will absorb some of the pressure that could be going into the point of that hook that could be helping you set the hook or puncture the fish's mouth. The general population that says bright fly, bright day, because the brighter the elements, the brighter everything looks in the water. So it's safe to argue that even dark flies look brighter, but as reflective as bait fish are and the things that are in the water, I think that if you put a bright fly on, that I think it's in your favor to do so.